Marvin's room is the epitome of blocking someone on your main Instagram and looking at their stories on your Finsta.
Sure. I was looking at these crazy pair of Hokas today.
What's a Hoka?
Those tennis shoes, everybody. They're like, they have this like weird style, like platform Mary Jane sneaker.
Mary Jane, like weed?
No, Mary Jane, like they have the strap. You know, like a Mary Jane is a stylish shoe where it has like a strap in the middle.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. A weed shoe. No. You just get high from stepping on the shoe. It
That's why I said
pricks your feet in the bottom so THC is released upon each step. That'd be crazy.
Why I said it like that, because the weed-affiliated attire does not scream you. Even though I know you smoke, but you don't.
Well, I quit smoking.
Well,
I'm currently smoking again, but I quit. You know what I mean? I don't smoke. It's crazy.
Quit is past tense.
I did quit, and I've like slowly. I find that whenever I'm about to go to an event or something, because I'm going to a wedding this weekend.
Yeah.
And the wedding I'm going to, they're huge stoners, and since I don't drink, then I'm like, oh well, then I'll do a little bit.
Yeah.
But I feel like weed is. I was actually having this conversation with someone this week. I was like, oh no, I can like temper myself with weed, but I don't actually think that's true. As I found out, because it's like I had a little joint with a friend at a game night like a weekend or two ago, because I was like, okay, fine, fuck it, I'll just like have one. And then the next thing I knew, I was like, should I go buy weed? Like a few days later. But yeah, it's just a little bit. But it's hard not having a vice, and then it's like summertime.
Yeah.
And
I was about to say not the shade being sober, but having a vice is especially at a wedding. You're gonna do a wedding sober?
I was like, okay, should I drink again? And I was like, can I take coke on the blade? No, but I would never do that.
I was gonna say Molly.
No,
Molly is like the best wedding drug.
That's true.
I say that because I did Molly at your wedding, and it was the time of my life.
Yeah, it was a good party. That was a good party.
That was a very good party.
No regrets on that.
I remember I was wide awake. I was home by then, but I was wide awake at 4 a.m.
Yeah, people were like, wow, that was great. I mean, that between the compliments on the food and that like party vibe, I only have one regret about how that was like set up, the wedding, the party itself. I think the karaoke room and the dance room should have been switched.
Yeah.
That's my only regret. And I mean, that's a producer in me. But I'm like, great party.
Also, you could tell that your wedding was full of comics because the karaoke was overfilled and the dance floor was barren.
Which I was like, people who like to dance, I was like, just go dance. But then people felt obligated to watch people karaoke. I was like, these people don't need to you to do that. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was weird to me because I was like, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Never mind. It doesn't matter. But if I could, I would continue to throw very expensive parties every single year. I would like, I got a taste for it. I was like, oh, I get it.
See, that's something where it's like going to a bar and getting drunk is like, whatever, it's fun. But I never really like crave it.
Yeah.
But like, there's something about a house party. And I've had so few in my life, like as in my adult life.
Right.
Like post-college, I've had so few. And each time that I've had it, it's like, this is so fun. This is what it's supposed to be.
Parties are the shit.
They're the best.
We had that big Halloween party that happened at like Matt's house when he lived with Henry in Wallingford. Like the huge.
Oh, I think I was.
Damn.
Just all of the house parties that they had at the Trench.
Well, that's different. The Trench was like, we were all just, yeah.
Context, the Trench was a comedian flop house in Seattle.
It wasn't a flop house. It was to an extent their landlord was flopping there.
Yes.
In the closet. It was called the Trench because there was also a giant trench in the backyard.
It was a house that the squatter was the owner of the house.
So crazy. But hopefully you're not a squatter because you're watching this on YouTube or listening on your phone. And this is Down Bad, the podcast where we celebrate the good, the bad, the ugly, the down bad of life, whatever. I fucked it up. This podcast is for the it doesn't matter. People
and
know.
The down bad of life. This is a podcast for the lover boys, the
crashout cuties, and the hoes on the path to healing. I'm Quincy.
You're right. I can't outshine you on Pride Month.
No, it's okay. Yeah, no, I don't care. You know, I don't care about that. I'm like, you know, yeah, I don't care about that. I'm Quincy Yeoman.
What's up, hoes? It's your boy, Chris here. And as you're thank you for listening to this podcast or watching this podcast. And as you're watching or listening, you know what you should do? You should give us a rating, give us a review, give us a subscribe, give us a follow, give us 5 stars, give us 4. The point is that engagement helps us grow so much. And that's exactly what we would love for this podcast to grow. And I'm sure you would love for it too. So share it with your friends, share it with your lovers, share it with your enemies, share it with your exes. The point is, share this podcast if you enjoy it. And thank you for tuning in, as always.
Happy you're here. Happy you're here.
We're actually when do we hit a year?
In August at some point.
Oh,
I don't know.
We're almost.
And we're so behind for some things we want to do by August. But that doesn't matter. We're not having an admin meeting right now. There's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes here. Me and Chris meet up to work, and then we talk about our lives for 2 hours. And then we're like, we'll get that done at some point.
Like, hey, you want to meet up to do some admin, talk business? And then we go to a restaurant that's closing in 2 hours.
We have to eat a full meal. Discuss every single epiphany we had in the last week.
And as the server comes up to us to let us know that it is last call and there's 30 minutes left, that's when we're like, oh, let's talk business.
And they're like, oh, we'll get back to this. It's so true. It's so funny though. I love it though. We got a good workflow. Yeah, it works for us. You can't jump. It's like a corporate meeting. They always start with small talk. Okay. That's our version of small talk, which is dishing up and gossiping about what's going on in our lives. Because thankfully, for the most part, even though we're stable people, we always have some sort of tea. Yeah, I agree. I think that was your
I can't tell what part of that statement you disagree with.
I mean, I'll do anything for stories. That keeps my life exciting. I will say that. And
it's whimsy.
It's my whimsy.
Yeah.
My whimsy is gonna get me put in jail. But we do. I think we always just and then we like talk about our thoughts. I don't feel like it's even small talk. I sometimes feel bad when I'm out with when we're out specifically, I'm like, whoever's listening to this conversation is going back and telling someone like, I just heard 2 people talking about the craziest shit on a sidewalk in fucking Atwater at the top of their lungs. It's like, I know more about a stranger's asshole than I ever planned to. And it's,
because we both talk like as if we're in a room alone.
Oh, yeah.
We don't think about, who could be listening right now.
Absolutely.
We will loudly talk about and then she put a finger in my butt and that was, they weren't a real eater because when they were eating, they were yada, yada, yada. We will straight up, it does not matter who is around. We will very loudly talk about our business to folk, which is, thank God, I was going to say when we are big and successful and famous, we got to change that because we can't openly talk about
we already don't do that at comedy things. At comedy things we will, and then as soon as a comic tries to come up and join in, I literally go mute. Chris is like the nicer one of us.
That's my people pleasing. You've worked on your people pleasing more than I have.
No, I mean, I honestly, I was like, I've realized that I've surrounded myself with close friends that literally do the talking for me. I feel like you're like that. Aaron's like that. There's just other people in my life. And I literally, because then I'm just because I'm a one-on-one person. I don't think people realize that. I'm one-on-one, or you have to
See, I prefer a group.
Fuck with you.
If I don't know the person well, I prefer a group setting. So then I have an escape. If it's one-on-one, I feel so forced to be locked in.
Well, that's I also am only one-on-one with people I like. But I do feel like people, I mean, we had this happen literally this week. It's someone came up and I literally was just but I do have a face people just talk to me anyway. It doesn't matter if I'm saying anything or not. And I can literally just be like, oh. And I sometimes I'm even trolling and just being sarcastic. And then people are still, I'll make a comment and they think I'm being supportive and they still keep talking.
Right. But it's all that's the better way to live, because I'm definitely someone who I can't handle silence well.
Oh yeah.
And if we make eye contact, I don't know what to do. So I just instantly start talking. And I can, for better or for worse, I can small talk to oblivion.
Yeah.
I think that's just the Florida in me of whether I like the conversation or not, I can do it.
Yeah.
And I always end up locked in the conversation. for too long that I didn't actually want to be in. And the entire time, I feel like I'm giving this look on my face that's like, please end this.
No, you look happy. You look good. You're like nodding. I'm like, Chris is like, mine might be somewhere else. Where it's like, I'll start small talk and then I'll suddenly just be like, so, but what does that make you feel about your dad again? And then people are like, I can't talk to you. But I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to be, because I do think there was a time I used to be more social, but I think I like talking to other brown people.
Yeah.
Or if you're like not brown, you have to have like the exact right vibe for me to like fuck with you.
Yeah.
But usually, people come up. I don't know. It's like people just like to monologue at me too. It's like I look at them and they're like, so this is like the deepest thing in my heart. And I'm just like, okay.
Well, because also I will say there are times where if I'm with certain friends, it's like I'll accept a new person to come in and we talk. But sometimes there's like, I feel like this happens with us a lot, especially when we're at the store waiting for names to come out, where we're usually talking about something. One of us is going through a crisis.
This is what we're keeping it exciting. One of us is definitely going through a crisis. Yeah.
And we kind of really need to talk about it. And then people come up and it's like literally the second it's not even that they walked away. It's just the second their attention veers to something else, we go right back into what we're talking about.
Yeah. And then I like have to talk my shit. But yeah, that's so funny. It's so true. Yeah, I need to shut my mouth. Sometimes I'm like, I'm sorry people are hearing this, but you know what? It's okay.
It's okay.
You gotta put yourself out there, and that's what it's about.
In the realm of shit that especially comedians are saying to people off stage, I think what you being your true self is not even a blimp on the radar.
Yeah, I agree. I appreciate that. I agree. Yeah, and I think also people have been coming up to us and being like, y'all have a podcast together? And I'm like, you obviously already know that if you're asking.
Right.
Yeah, which I think is also very, very funny.
It feels like a sly way to be like, hey, can I be on it?
I have been getting requests. People love our dynamic that you're just like an angel. And then
little do they know.
And then I'm like the devil. So. Everybody's like, oh, wow, Chris. Literally, it's always like, Chris is so tender. And I'm like, okay. Yeah.
No, it's just the difference between you have whimsy and I am sheltered.
Yeah.
Which I'm not sheltered, but it's like I don't have whimsy.
You're trying, though.
I'm trying, though.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely trying to have whimsy. But it's difficult because I'm such a rule follower and you got to not follow the rules to be whimsical. You have to be willing to just let things go and just go with the flow. And I'm very much, I go with a structured flow.
Okay.
Like, I'm not Mr.
Structured flow is like a hilarious sentiment. I go with a structured flow. That's
yeah, I go with the flow as long as there's a system.
Yeah. Truly.
As long as there's guidelines. That's I am type B, but I still need a type A itinerary.
No, it's so funny as I am type A, but I am like type B itinerary. Because I am type. I am type A. I'm very organized. I would
classify you as type A.
And but then I'm like, making a lot of mistakes in my everyday life for the bit, for the plot. I'm like, sure, let's go.
I just want to say real quick to every type A person out there, from a type B person like myself, we would be crumbling if it wasn't for your efforts.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, because first of all, I have never planned the trip.
Can confirm. Gone on several Chris trips, and I'm like, yeah, I guess.
People are like, what do you want to do? I'm like, I don't know. I was kind of hoping you were going to come up with something.
You're not so type B that you don't get people the money on time, or like,
That's
you know what
true.
I mean? You're like,
that's because I hate owing people money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, because I don't want to spend the money when that's not actually money that's mine.
Yeah.
Like for example, I have a personal spreadsheet that I have where it's like a calculator where I put in what's in my bank account, and then I have a bunch of cells where it's like each individual bill that I have.
Oh, envelope method.
And then then I basically mark if I've paid that bill already, and then it shows me how much money I actually have. Because
I see that and I'm like, sure. I'm like, that might be what I actually have, but God is good.
All the time.
And I'm like, and he will provide. This won't stay red.
The Lord is my shepherd.
And that's where my type B comes in. I'm really just, and I'm like, and thank you, God. Didn't need this pair of shoes, but.
I hate, because I think for me, in every aspect of my life, I have to be the planner.
Oh,
I
you have a pretty demanding job in that way.
My job, I have to plan and be a decision maker. In my dating experience, as like dating straight cis women, like you are expected to be the planner and all of that.
I think that happens to be you. I think many straight men actually are not the planner.
Really?
I think that you are unique in that way.
Well, so
because
actually, no, that's true. I know that because of the fact that that's a common compliment that I hear.
Yeah, and that's why you end up in relationships. That's why Chris is husband material. Everybody's ready to lock him down because he's like, I'll take the lead there. Yeah,
it is sad how truly, if you do the bare minimum, a straight woman will be like, whether I like him or not, that doesn't matter. I have to lock this one down.
Yeah. That makes sense. I've seen that. I mean, I've liked people for such, like, I'm like, he listens? And then I'm like, I don't know. I guess it's been a while.
He flosses his teeth?
It's been a while since I've been that bad, but I mean, you've seen many of the relationships, my past relationships. I've definitely had relationships where I'm like, actually, I prefer when people are doing less than the bare minimum. Based on
you gotta change it up.
Yeah, exactly. I just love chasing a man down to.
Sometimes it's nice to be the big fish in the small pond.
Yeah. That's crazy. Should we hop into our thing today?
I was just about to say.
There was something else I was going to say about being type A, type B, but I can't even remember. That's okay. Oh, speaking of someone who's willing to express themselves, this episode I'm excited to do this because this is actually one of the first
ideas that we had.
we were talking about this man, the man, the myth, the legend,
the boy,
the loser. Drake.
And we say this, so okay, some caveats. We want to make it very clear. So
we used to be huge Drake fans.
Huge.
I won't put my other two friends who are involved in this on blast, but there was a point where me and two other friends, I won't say their names to protect their identity, we were going to start a podcast called Good Girls. This was like before that was all based around our love of Drake. There is a Google Drive folder still in my Google Drive that has some ideas for this podcast written down that, thank God, never saw the light of day. But like, I used to be a Drake fan, and I'm okay with that. You know,
I knew of the podcast, but I didn't know it was called
Good Girls. Oh yeah, Good Girls. And I don't think that none of us even identify as women anymore. So so there's that. No, but
wow, the pipeline of changing the pronouns and liking Drake, that's got to be investigated.
I know. I mean, you know, I'm floating on the gender fluidness, but yeah, it's so funny. Yeah. The other two I think are solidly do not identify as women anymore. So I'll be a woman if it's for the bit. You know what I mean? So but nevertheless,
if the check allows.
And you know,
if the check requests.
Yeah, depending on who I'm trying to flirt with, I'm whoever you want me to be. But nevertheless, so Drake this week.
Yeah. So real quick, so we used to be major Drake fans, and then over the years, for a multitude of reasons, we
pedophilia.
Allegedly. And just also a decline in my personal opinion, a decline in the quality of the art.
True. I think I saw Drake. We saw Drake in concert. Did we go together?
No, I didn't get to go.
You didn't get to go. You had to drop.
I had a trip or something, or some show or something.
I saw Drake at like the very end of when I started liking Drake. Toward the end, Scorpion tour.
Yeah, it was the Scorpion tour. Yeah.
Yeah, and he did bring out Baka.
Oh, No Nice, Baka No Nice. Yeah,
the one who's known for sex trafficking.
Yeah.
One of my fellow good girls who I was there with was like, oh, we were on Molly. Great. And
I mean, hey,
yeah.
Molly would make any. I'm sure Molly would make a Kid Rock concert be pretty fire.
Yeah, it would have been more fire if we hadn't done it also the day before. But nevertheless, it was a different time, y'all. It was like pre-pandemic. I think Obama was president. I don't know.
Yeah,
or maybe it was
a different
Trump's
time.
first era. I don't remember. But nevertheless, there's just more optimism.
Yeah.
And Baka came out and literally my friend Benny was like, this guy's known for sex trafficking. I'm like, what are we doing here? No, I'm like, what? And we're sitting there, I'm like, And Drake literally had like 1,000-yard stare. Like this man's eyes were dead. I was like in the like main area.
Yeah, like the pit. Yeah.
In the pit. And I was like, just like dead-eyed.
I remember seeing how close y'all were, and I couldn't go because of a show. I forget what it was, but I couldn't go. I think it was like like the first time I was featuring or something like that. And I remember regretting not going to the concert, especially after seeing pictures that y'all took of how close you were to the stage.
So close.
And honestly, now I'm gonna keep it a buck. I still kind of regret because I would have been able to see him before we as a society started turning on him.
Yeah, it was crazy. If I would have been younger, I believe he would have picked me out of the crowd. But unfortunately, I was over 18 when I saw him. So, nevertheless, yeah. So we were close. I used to have that scorpion like long sleeve shirt, but then I was like, I have to get rid of this.
Yeah.
I was like, it was such a tight shirt. I like somewhat regret it, but I was like, where am I gonna? I was like, I can't be seen wearing this.
Right.
Because I have been a Kendrick fan longer. I will say that.
Okay.
I've been a Kendrick fan longer than I've been a Drake fan, but also then just it literally got to the point where I was like, when it's like you're giving R. Kelly a writing credit, I was like, yeah,
He gave R. Kelly a writing credit?
yeah, on Certified Lover Boy.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, there's so many different reasons to not like the guy or fall out of love with who he is, the persona, the music, and all of that, where people just assume, oh, it's because you're a Kendrick fan. And
But
it's just
no, he's been doing.
honestly, being a Kendrick fan is the sprinkle on top
Right.
of why I chose to stop disliking the music.
Yeah.
Like it's very because same thing where I was a Drake fan longer than I was
really
a Kendrick fan because I distinctly remember listening to Good Kid, Mad City like my junior year of college when it came out. But I was listening to Drake before that. Like I think I started listening to Drake either late high school or like freshman year of college because I remember going to class listening to what's the album where it's like his
I know what you're saying. Thank Me Later.
Yes.
Yes.
I remember going to class
Baby, my
listening.
everything. You're all I ever want. We can do it.
That's so far gone.
That's so far. We haven't done it. I thought that was the first one. The Best I Ever Had.
That was like
Best I Ever had.
That was so far gone.
I don't believe you. I don't think Best I Ever Had was like his first breakout hit.
Yeah. And that was the So Far Gone era. Thank Me Later was his first like.
Okay. We're looking. Keep going, please. I just do.
Listen, as a light skin, I have to know.
You should, but okay, so we have So Far Gone. Okay, let's see. Thank Me Later. Let's see the track list.
Yes.
Okay. Wow,
Are you looking at the track list of So Far
to.
Gone?
Oh, Find Your Love. That's what I'm thinking. I'm better find your
Yeah, that's Thank Me Later.
Okay. Damn, I'm upset that I got that wrong. I thought Best I Ever Had was truly Fancy.
See how these hoes are fake in the streets?
Find Your Love. Oh, no. I will say Best I Ever Had was included in this album.
What?
Well, isn't that funny? Yep. Okay, but as part of the Japanese tracks, that's why I had access.
Okay.
Okay, nevertheless, I was living in Japan at the time. I've never been to Japan. Okay.
The way you went from gotcha bitch to
I know. I was like, I know. I almost didn't correct it, but I was like, I'm going to be a liar on here. So Far Gone. Damn.
I can't. That was because I was about to be so pissed.
I know you were about to have a meltdown, and then So as much as I am a well-actually person, I will take accountability when I'm wrong.
You gotta well actually yourself on that.
I did. So you liked him since this era.
I've liked him since
Fancy.
Since Fancy, all of that. And because like when So Far Gone came out, like I remember Best I Ever Had, but I didn't really be like, oh, this is a guy who I'm going to listen to. And then
Right.
Think Me Later was. And then really probably Scorpion was probably the last album that I was like, I am enjoying most of what this is.
Okay.
In my personal opinion, his last great album, like great top tier, was Nothing Was the Same. I think If You're Reading This Is Too Late is really good. But I think in terms of what Drake tries to do of the blending of rap and R&B, Nothing Was the Same was the last great one.
If You're Reading This Is Too Late, I don't think that counts as an album.
I mean, it's technically a mixtape.
It's a mixtape. Okay. Yeah. Because If You're Reading This Is Too Late, I agree. I thought Scorpion was okay. Oh, let me see. I want to see Drake, all Drake, because it's just like albums. I think I was also, More List was classified as a playlist.
Yeah.
Because I did like some stuff on More Life.
Yeah.
I remember
More Life had hits.
I remember you and Benny roasting me so hard for Blim being my #1 song that year. But I re-listened to Blim in preparation for this podcast, or like it just came back up on my radar. I'm sorry, that song still slaps.
It's a good song.
There's some crazy Drake bars.
I'll never forget when I used to drive for Uber and Lyft when I first moved to Seattle because I was paid such dog shit money at the ad agency I was working at. And I remember these group of Asian guys and girls got in my car. And as soon as they got in the car, this one Asian girl, she goes, "Can you play Blam?" And then I put on Blam, and she like, everyone was having a serious conversation. And it was like as if, like, in those movies when like one character gets just really into the music and the camera slowly zooms in on them. That's what it was, but with this Asian girl in Blim.
I feel it.
That's what I think of.
That's what it is with this Asian girl in Blim. I'm Blim for real. I might just say how I feel. Literally.
No, More Life had bangers on. See,
Passion Fruit.
That's Passion Fruit's good. Portland's good. Blue Tent.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about, even though, yes, I have fallen off with Drake, the thing is, the dude still knows how to make hits. Well, like Nokia, I was so scared that was going to be in my Spotify Wrapped.
Yeah.
The amount that I was blaring that song.
Well, it's really, I think what Drake did do, which he should have maybe emphasized in the beef, more so than trying to be the best rapper alive. It's like he did carry the baton that Lil Wayne passed him of like, making rap pop. Yeah. He was he set up and then carried that to that level. Right. And I think that's what was, I mean, Drake has some of the craziest, best lines. Mm-hmm. Even if it did take 10 people to write them, which we know now, we didn't know then. I do feel that there's like, he did make a post. We will go back to the post, but like, even I think, when I was re-listening to Blim, because I do love that song. I'm sorry. I'll never not love that song. Aubrey, you did a good one with that. I also have seen Drake's like naked video, but that's neither here nor there. And that was after I fell off, but I still had to see it.
I've also seen Drake's naked video.
Yeah. I literally, when I just got my new phone, I was like, I think it's time for me to take this off my phone.
Listen, when a nude is passing around the internet, it's like a beheading video. I don't want to watch it, but I got to see it.
Yeah, and it looks like one of those fucking car dealership, like, you know what I'm talking? I'm like, how is it even doing that? I was like, is this a fake? It looks, anyway, Nevertheless, long, not a lot of girth. Anyways, maybe. Okay, so Blim, there's that line in Blim. Well, I think that, first of all, Drake's music is so good because he's literally like a serial situationship guy. Yeah. And I identify with that.
I will say, because not to spoil what we're gonna do, but we basically, because of a Drake caption, it made us think about, because Drake is so known for toxicity and toxic lines. So we wanted to come to the table and bring up what our favorite toxic lines are. Well, no. Before we do, I wanted to say, when I was researching to try to gather my list, it brought me back to my hoe days and gave me this weird, like, when I was at the height of my hoacity during COVID, and I was very closed off, avoidant, toxic, it almost made me miss that a little bit, because that's when those lyrics were hitting the hardest. Now, no, listen. Now I'm a man who's worked on himself. I'm a committed man. I don't want to be in the streets. You know, I've changed. But it was like, I would say it was more like an athlete rewatching an old highlight reel.
When a good thing goes wrong, it's not the end of the world. Just the end of the world that you have with one girl.
See, that's the thing about him. That's the thing about him. Because he used to be the guy that was like, hey, girl, don't talk to this man. You should be with me.
Even
I'm a
though
good guy.
I'm fucking other people. That is what he's like, I don't want you to be with anybody else, but sorry, I had sex 4 times this week. I'm in a tough spot.
Now, before he was like, oh, I got no one else, just you, babe. Now he's like, I don't give a fuck about you. I don't even know your name, bitch.
Yeah, and it's just like, that doesn't suit you, because that's not who he is. And let's just go for the caption first, because he revealed that's still not who he is. Champagne Poppy himself. Reasons why I'm single, with a little mare pic, which I was like,
which when you sent this to me, I didn't think it was real. So I had to look it up on his Instagram to see if it was real.
I didn't even verify if it was real. It could have been AI. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I am part of the disinformation problem. I saw it. I immediately took it as truth, and I was like, yeah, we're running with this. I didn't even go check his Instagram. That's bad.
You know what? Hold on. Let me double check.
Because
you keep going.
Delete it by the time something comes out, too.
Well, it speaks to who he is, whereas a post like this, even if it is fake, is believable that he did it.
Yes, exactly. But you did check. Thank you for fact checking.
I didn't check, and I'm checking now. It's fake.
Huh?
It's fake.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't. At least he deleted it.
He probably deleted it.
It's probably deleted then.
Yeah, because I mean, it's like maybe I don't know. I trust the source I got this from, a stranger on Threads. Nevertheless, Champagne Poppy. I do believe he posted this. Should we look it up?
I just did.
But I mean, should we just Google did Drake post reasons why I'm single, and then we'll find something that says since deleted.
You know what? We don't. This isn't. People aren't coming to our podcast for facts.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
They're coming for a vibe.
Yeah. And that I do have. I'm so bad about that stuff. I should.
That's so you saw it on Threads. It's yep. There's no need to follow. But honestly, says a lot about me that I had the thought to look it up, but I didn't actually do it.
And that's why we're a great team. I am someone, even before the AI apocalypse, if there's something that I just thought was just so fun and good, like the fact Jimmy Butler thinking he's a werewolf. Sure, that's probably not a true theory, but I was like, okay, I believe this. And then I will tell people with confidence. There was a long time in my life where I thought the guy, because my older siblings told me that Jay from Jay and Silent Bob was lost at sea. I just want to say, I believe that. I took that with me into my adult life. I'm in a car one day with my friend Natalie, and I'm like, oh yeah, well, it's so bad. It's too sad that Jay is lost at sea. And they were like, what? And I was like, Jay from Jay and Silent Bob, he's lost at sea. And it's not true. At all. But that's, I mean, my dad told me they got Arby's meat out of the garbage. It's and then I just took it as truth until someone literally, but it's usually just fun stuff. Nothing suppressing votes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not that part. I will figure out. But it's
but as long as it's stuff that doesn't matter,
it's
okay.
harmless. Exactly, it's okay. Harmless.
Yeah,
and Jay's alive, so God bless.
Jay from Jay and Silent Bob, that's your building 7.
Yeah. Why was I in my 30s getting corrected? I was like, but that's the thing with older siblings and being the youngest, because they do tell you shit.
Yep.
And then you're like, yeah. Anyways, fuck them. Okay, so reasons why I'm single. I'm a massive overthinker. 2, I care too deeply. I'm a be safe type of guy. Message me when you get home. Have a good night type guy. I have so much energy. I give my all to people who don't give me half back. I feel like this is exactly the episode we did with Ariana. This is me and Ariana talking about ourselves. Anyway, I would do anything to make someone happy, even if it means I get hurt in the process. I need reassurance all the time. I'll push you away when I feel like the energy isn't reciprocated. I love old school romance, and that's just not a thing for our generation. But I feel like this post, even if it's fake, I was like, this is such a
Drake thing to do.
In a serial situationship person.
Yes.
It's like all of these reasons, it's like you're not accounting for your own toxicity at all.
Drake is that friend who keeps complaining about everyone that they date. And you're like, if things keep not working out and it's different people, at some point you got to think it's you, babe.
Yeah. He's also just like peak Scorpio. He's very into his Scorpio identity.
Yes.
And I feel like he's
why people hate Scorpios.
He is why, yes, exactly that. He definitely is like, But I just think that's so funny. So we were thinking about Drake lines because unfortunately this post was believable.
Yes.
And I was thinking about Blim, so we'll go back to that. Because I do want to say, this is why I love that song, because there's a line in Blim that says, "You're crazy sometimes, and I only see you sometimes." Because you're crazy sometimes, and I only see you sometimes. I was like, when I was a kid, I used to start my journal entries with a song lyric I liked to just set the scene for my diary. Who's reading it? I don't know. And this is one of those lines that I would have definitely written. You know what I mean? This is a line where I'm writing this, and then I will write about this whatever love that's not going my way or whatever. But I just think that line is so brilliant. Mm-hmm. It's so funny.
It's looking through there was a lot of when I was researching this, because I just in terms of when I was thinking of Drake lyrics, obviously Marvin's Room came up. And I didn't want to go with Marvin's Room because I was like, that felt too obvious. Nothing against Marvin's Room, but
I could write a dissertation on Marvin's Room. The first time I heard that song, I was in the car with my mom. She's like, "What are we listening to?" And I was like, "Don't worry about it."
First time I listened to Marvin's Room, I immediately changed it. I was like, I can't handle this right now.
Oh, I was in it. Take Care is probably my favorite Drake album, though.
It's Take Care is sometimes it alternates. It'll be Nothing Was the Same, but I think for overall, Take Care is. I think
Take Care was his peak.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah. Anyways, go on.
I think those two albums was where he almost perfected what he was trying to do.
Yeah, I agree.
Then personally, I'm not crazy about Views.
Yeah, Views has some Feel No Ways.
Yeah, Feel No Ways is
Controlla.
Controlla is a bop.
Too Good with Rihanna.
Too Good is Too Good made you believe that relationship was going to be good.
Child's Play.
Child's Play is
Why You Gotta Fight With Me at Cheesecake. That nigga's never been to Cheesecake Factory. But I was like, wow, Drake is one of us. What would you do if you saw Drake sitting at the Cheesecake Factory?
I would do a double take. I wouldn't think it was him.
Yeah.
Because Drake is not he's not about being in public like that.
Yeah.
So I would genuinely think it was a dude who happens to look so much like
Drake.
Drake.
Which Cheesecake Factory is full of. That was Drake knowing his core audience. You know what I mean? Anyway. I love that. That line is one of the best opening lines of any song. Why You Gotta Fight With Me at Cheesecake.
Yeah.
Sam acting light skin. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Okay, sorry. Mm-hmm. 9 is also good. Turn the 6 upside down. It's a 9 now. I actually like Views. I do like Views. I don't like everything on Views, but Views has I was still in with Drake at that time.
Yeah.
And I do think it had. I also liked. I mean, this is an unpopular opinion, but I even liked the collab album with Future. What a Time to Be Alive.
Oh, that album's great.
Yeah, I was having a good time. I was going through a terrible breakup, and I was sledding out in Hawaii, and that song really like gave me strength. I was on a family
Those
vacation.
diamonds had you
I was
dancing.
on a family vacation, whoring myself. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was like, get a plastic bag, whatever. Anyways, I met a lot of people. I regret that trip, but I blame What a Time to Be Alive.
What a time. What a time to be alive.
Yeah. So what lyric?
Yes.
But I do want to talk about. We'll have to go back to Marvin's Movement, but I want to hear some of the ones you.
So, let's see. So I wanted to go with what are some other lyrics that really just like whether I like the song or not. What's a line that really and there's one from a song that I actually genuinely love and still do. It's technically a DJ Khaled song that Drake is the lead, is the vocal for. To the Max is the name of the song. Max. Where he says, "Only say I love you just so I can hear it back."
Ooh. Damn.
Which is like, for the longest time, I didn't realize that was a lyric in the song because it's just such a poppy song. That I didn't realize, like, oh, Drake, you a scumbag. Like, he slipped in a scumbag lyric. Only say I love you just so I could hear it back.
Have you never done that?
No. No, I take, like, even saying I like you, I take that as such a, I don't say it unless I mean it.
I've only done it one time.
You've only done it one time?
I've only done that one time. Yeah, saying I love you. But it was like... It was my Drake era. I'll say that. I remember when people were calling me the pansexual Drake of the Seattle comedy scene. It was in that era of my life. And it was true at the time. Yes, I remember that. Yeah. So, yeah, it was in that era. So, and I did say that to someone to see if they'd say it back when we should have been broken up several times. Just testing the limits there.
I've definitely probably, at the height of my whole phase, said that I liked someone when I just saw them as I used to be a bad guy.
I don't think you've never been that bad though.
But I've said I have liked you to someone when it was implied of like, oh, I like you, like date like you, when it was more of like, oh, I like you as a person on my roster.
And it
was a different time.
It was I like you ... If they don't ask about the ... that's not your problem.
Yeah, exactly. It's not lying if you never have to say it.
Yeah. Wow, I love that. Only say I love you just to hear it back. That's so Drake.
That's it's a classic.
So this is another one that I loved. And this is from Passion Fruit, because this one, I love this line, and I feel like this is also very relatable to long distance relationship. Mm-hmm. Passionate from miles away, passive with the things you say. I was like, damn.
Passionate from miles away.
Passive with the things you say.
That is okay.
Passion from my always.
Passion Fruit is definitely Hall of Fame.
It's a good one.
That's a good one. That's a good line.
Yeah,
and that's disguised toxicity.
Because he's like, the thing about Drake is he never takes accountability.
Yeah.
He literally yeah, it's like.
You mean the man who got bullied into being a father?
Crazy enough. Oh my gosh.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
This is one. Okay, so this is a cliched one.
Okay.
But it still hits.
Okay.
And this was one of those where it was like as if we were doing a draft. It was one of those where it's such an obvious pick that you almost don't want to pick it, but it's also like you don't want someone else to have this pick.
Okay.
So this is from Galchester.
Oh, another classic.
Can't get down on one knee because I'm wearing all white.
He's crazy for that one. That's so funny.
Not like, hey, girl, I can't propose to you because I'm not. It's just, hey, girl, I would, but these some white linens.
That's so funny. That
is truly just, it's masterful. The level of, I am capable of expressing to you the security and the gesture that you need, but I am not going to do it for the most superficial reason.
Well, it's like Drake always hit that line of like, I love you, but I'm also judging you.
Yes.
I was thinking about this line, Signs, which is another, I love that song. You can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning. Mm-hmm. And then he proceeds to be like, but I'm all in with you.
Yep.
I'm like, what kind of fucked up? But it's like, it's so I'm like, how are you both being like, hey, I'm judging your choices, but also, he also does that in, what song? There's got to be more than life than sleeping in and getting high with you. I had to let go of us to show myself what I could do. But it's also like, let me first like completely tell you how much you suck. But also, I love you. And you always have a place
it's
in my...
It's not you, it's me. I mean, oh no, it is you. It's not me, it's you.
Exactly. I feel like it has so many things like that.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Another one. Now this is one that when I was doing some research, I didn't remember this line, but this was a line that it made me cackle because this is peak. I have a roster. Okay. And I'm the one in power here.
Okay.
Run your mouth. I'd rather listen to someone else. I gave your nick. Oh, run your mouth. I'd rather listen to someone else. I gave your nickname to someone else.
Oh my God.
It's lines like that where it's like, oh, so that's why you wrote an Instagram bio book.
Yeah.
That is because we all, when you're single and you're dating around, you give certain people you're talking to nicknames. The idea of I'm going to give your nickname to someone else, like keep acting up. You're going to lose your spot in the roster and I'll give your identity to someone else. Is just that's a level of toxicity that like you would only find in like teen dramas on Freeform.
And that's why he was the star Degrassi. That is exactly how he came up. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. So this is another one. This is from Scorpion, and this is a song I love. Summer Games. By Drake.
Oh, I have one from Summer Games.
Oh yeah, let's see if it's the same one. You said I led you on, but you followed me.
Yep. I almost said that one, but I was like, no, I feel like I could get away with Summer Games, but
no, yeah. I mean, I love that song. You said I love you too fast. Summer just started and we're already done. Like. You said I love you. But the way that song goes, and the next thing you know, you're like bouncing your ass and you're like, wow, this is terrible.
See, that's the thing. Drake is a good rapper if you don't take him seriously.
It's not supposed to be serious.
Yeah.
But then it's like he wanted to be taken seriously, but it's like, we liked you. Because it's like, I remember when he was like first on SNL, it's like, we liked Drake. He had good comedic timing.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you weren't taking yourself serious around this, that was what makes it hit harder.
Right.
And it's also the unhingedness of this all.
Yes.
Like, I led you on, but you followed me is so fucking funny. And that's also just like so peak the guy in the situationship that you will not let go of. And it's like, sorry, you just gotta love me.
The guy who damaged you so much that it's made you self-sabotage 3 healthy relationships.
That felt pointed. But I will say, I'm like, but that's so true, right? It's like, but I will also say from being on that end, if that kind of a guy said that to me, I'd be like, I would be charmed because I'm like, okay, well, you're right.
You would just be like, nah,
You got me. Should we fuck?
okay.
Yeah. And you are 100% correct.
Weird, my legs are spreading. I don't know.
Because that's so funny. That's so terrible. But the honesty is just so, yeah, I don't know. It's like, yeah. I think he has some sweet lines. I was thinking about Work, where he's like, if you had a twin, I'd still choose you. Mm-hmm. That's like a tiny little. Mm-hmm. But I do want to talk about Marvin's Room a little bit. But
I got 2 more.
Okay, go.
Was that all of the ones that you saved?
I'm trying to think. Oh, I had one from Too Good. Got me on, but this was Rihanna's line, but it's in the Drake song. You got me on flights overseas, and I still can't get across to you.
Damn.
I love that song because it's both them being like, I'm doing great.
Yeah.
You're the one who sucks. Well, you take me for granted.
As much as Drake will have these lyrics where he's the toxic and control person, he'll occasionally slip in insecure. Like it's popping right now on TikTok. The song that he did with DJ Khaled that samples the "I go on and on." Can't understand how it lasts so long. I forget what the Drake version is called. But there's a lyric where he's like, you only a freak when you're like with me, right? Double checking on you. Like basically the lyric is like, yeah, girl, you a freak. You a freak when you with me. Just me, right? Like just.
I mean, that's the whole song Practice on Take Care.
Yeah.
I can tell that you've been practicing. I can tell. Like, he's literally like, oh, I can tell you were fucking other people, but at least you got better at sex. Welcome back, babe. that song is so funny to me because I'm like, you're just so fucking dirty.
Yeah.
And also, that's like, you know what? I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's so funny.
So the two that I have left, one's from Diced Pineapples. And this is peak, not toxic Drake, but anxious attachment style Drake.
Okay.
Call me crazy. Shit, at least you calling.
Damn, heavily identify. I love that.
And then the last one's from the intro on Scorpion. I don't even treat you that good, girl. Why you smiling?
Drake is so crazy. He said light-skinned men back like 20 years. Y'all were trying to come out of it, and then
we were trying to fight the allegations.
Literally, between him and like Tyler Perry, it just continued to compile.
What was Tyler Perry have to do? Oh, because
Tyler Perry
Perry always makes light skins the victim and dark skins the villain.
Yeah. I also I just got off of watching that like 4-hour FD video on Tyler Perry, so this is a little fresh in my mind. Anyway,
yes, Marvin's Room.
Okay, I still love this song. I have to play this song like once a year. One, I love the idea that he set this whole song up as if he's like having a phone call.
Yeah.
I think that like the fact that he never leaves that idea that you're like listening in on him drunk calling a person was brilliant.
Yeah.
Like I did like that. Oh man. I did also love this song because you know me. I mean, my favorite artist is The Weeknd. Mm-hmm. And so I do love the
Speaking of Toxic Kings.
Yeah. My guy. Love you, Abel. And I do feel that I always love a song where it's like I'm partying really hard, but I'm very sad. Like I love like, hey, this is me just like coping.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like Marvin's Room was peak that.
Yeah. Because we've all been there. We've been out with the homies and we've been left on red, and you get to the point where you've had enough drinks, you've had enough espresso martinis, you've had enough vodka sodas, you've had enough tequila, where you're sending a text that you know you're going to regret, but you can't help it. You got caught in the feels. That's what Marvin's Room is. And that's why, regardless of how you feel about Drake now, you have to admit that is a song that was just so prolific and important because it was so relatable.
It was so relatable. I also love how that song ends where he says, her white friend says, you niggas crazy. I hope no one heard that. If they did, we gonna be in some trouble. Like I'm like you literally were like trashed and literally just like this song was being in a flow state of like you're just drunk.
Yeah.
And it's brilliant because it's like what?
Right.
That is it's like truly the span of like partying. I'm like I love when he confesses to having that much sex a week. Yeah. But I also like the part where he's like this whole verse is so good. I think I'm addicted to naked pictures and sitting talking about bitches that we almost had. I don't think I'm conscious of making monsters out of the women I sponsor till it's all goes bad. But shit, it's all good. But shit, it's all good. We threw a party. Yeah, we threw a party. Bitches came. I'm like, song is so fucking crazy. I'm like, Marvin's Room will always be like in a top of like down bad songs because it's just like everything about it, vibe, whole thing is just so starting. He's literally like, you shouldn't be with this person and you're on my mind all the time, but also I am on so many drugs.
I don't need you.
But I do. I need you. I desperately need you. I need someone to talk to. I'm surrounded by all these people I don't like, but I'm like obsessed with these still.
Marvin's Room is the epitome of blocking someone on your main Instagram and looking at their stories on your Finsta.
Sure. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I'm done with this Drake episode. Wow. Oh my gosh. Wow. That was like
I wonder why that's your favorite song.
I mean, it's fine. I'm not toxic in the sense that I tell people I'm toxic. So you know.
Yeah.
So that makes me not toxic because you are getting it up front.
Yeah.
I don't think it's toxic as much as I, crash out.
Yeah. Crashing out and toxic is not the same thing.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to imply that you're toxic.
You literally said an exact thing that I've told you that I do as this being the descriptor. Because I remembered like... You literally...
I'm just being whimsical.
Yeah, 100%. But I no, it's at his peak. Like, just I just love the messiness and also the vulnerability. It's vulnerable.
It's vulnerable.
It is.
And that's what we miss from Drake. We miss the vulnerability of like where he reveals in his music all of this toxicity, this machismo. It's a sham. I'm just this dude who wants to be loved by the person that I crave. That's like that vulnerability doesn't really exist anymore. It's just all flash and all I got everything in the world, but it's like, well, you still lonely, bro. And you like, it just I just wish he would go back. If he went back to what Take Care and Nothing Was the Same was, but obviously the infamous line, girl, they missed the old Drake, girl, don't tempt me. Well, we're tempting you. I saw a little think piece on this. We probably have to wrap up soon, but it does make sense that Drake is here now because a lot of his music was about truly not getting the love that he felt like he deserved or being able to find that match. And so then that sent him to a place of perpetual loneliness. Yeah. So then all of that, now it's like to be still doing that has become cringe, but he also did not have another option. Right. And we've also seen him very publicly claim to be in relationships with people that then in hindsight either he wasn't in a relationship with or he treated very terribly or whatever. So it's like it's like it's his white side. And biracial stock is down, light skin stock is down. I mean, he's just so tortured and like, but then it's also like, but what are you gonna do? Yeah. But I do miss that. I miss Messy Drake. I love the cringe era. No. And that's like, I'll always look back on some of this music, especially stuff that we had mentioned today, like with fondness. Yeah. And it's like, you will still be at some like club and Drake will come on and like literally everybody will know the words. Yeah. And I feel like if he had owned the impact he had in that way, people would be like, oh yeah, of course. Because there are things that Drake did that are absolutely undeniable. Yeah. But the problem is he wants to be known as the best rapper alive, which he never was. Right. Exactly. But you gave us something different.
And
Right.
that's
And then we love that. And we just want that. We just want you. We don't want you to be Mr. I got mob ties and all that. We want you to be
I
this.
do love mob ties.
Mob ties is a good song. It is a good song. But we just want you to be that vulnerable rapper again. And I mean, that's like why he probably lost these beefs. He was trying to be someone that he wasn't.
Yeah.
And it's like that's why he beat Meek, because he was what he was.
Right.
Like he was being who he was. He even made fun of it, of like, you got bodied by someone who sings.
Yeah.
Like that is like a testament to owning who you are while and still being better.
Right.
And it's just like the other two beefs, he tried to be something that he's not, and that's why he lost. And it's just one of those. Clearly, we still have. Ew. I spit on the table. I'm sorry, Kyle.
I will also say that, like, I love that Drake sings and he can't really sing.
Yeah.
I think that's like one of the most endearing things about him.
Drake's the epitome of that girl in high school who kept posting singing videos on Facebook when they're just falsetto. That's 1000% what Drake is.
But it like works. I love the sing-songy, like, yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Yeah. No, you're right. I think he's trying to come back. I haven't listened to all of his new 3 albums or whatever. I've heard
only listened to
Iceman and I heard Maid of Honor is good and has like the Drake that we all love, like the Controller era, all of that vibe.
I gotta listen to that.
I love also whenever Drake suddenly had like the vaguely British Grimes accent.
Yeah,
I love that shit.
On More Life.
Yeah. I was like, he's been traveling, and I appreciate a girl who goes abroad and changes herself. Okay, so
he's the musical version of when a white girl goes on a cruise and comes back with cornrows.
Yeah. It truly is. And I think that's amazing. I think that's absolutely amazing. Canada, that's your people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
shout out.
But we will wrap. Do you want to save our refuse to be down bad?
We'll do, since we got to wrap up, we'll do that another time. Quincy, if people like the things you say and the way you say it, how can they follow you?
You can find me at quincy.yeoman on the platforms I'm on.
And you can follow me at Chris Mejia Comedy on Instagram and TikTok, at Topher Mejia on Twitter and Twitch. And you should also follow our show page at The Down Bad Show or at Down Baddies, depending on the platform.
Yeah.
So everything will be in the show notes. But thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of Down Bad. Till next time, stay curious.
Stay up.